belong to you. My hallelujah belongs to you. Hey, my hallelujah belongs to you. My hallelujah belongs to you. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. All of the glory belongs to you. All of the glory belongs to you. All of the glory belongs to you. All of the glory belongs to you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Good morning, Northeast. No. Good morning, Northeast. It is good to be in the house of worship. Just one more time. We certainly want to thank you, those that are here in the sanctuary, for coming out this morning, being a part of this worship experience. But we also want to thank those that are watching on social media. I know we were having a problem with YouTube this morning, and that's where we get most of our viewing, but I believe we're up now. Am I correct, team? All right, YouTube is up now, so tell somebody YouTube is back up. We thank God for their diligent work. Amen? Amen? Amen. So we thank God that we are able to broadcast our service every week. And I give God praise each and every day that we've not missed one service during this entire pandemic. Amen? So God is truly worthy of the praise. Amen? Amen. Just a few things I want to share with you this morning, and then we're going to move on and preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Last week we know that Brother Harrison suffered an accident, a car accident, before he came to church. And for those of you who don't know who Brother Harrison is, he sits right in the back in that last row. Everybody calls him Tommy. Amen? And we know he had a car accident on his way to the church, but he got out of his car, left it where it was, and at 87 years old walked to church. Amen? Come on, somebody ought to give God praise. He was determined to make it to the church house. Amen? So we give God praise that he was able to make it here, because he then had a medical issue that needed to be addressed immediately. And so he was here in the presence of the members of the church. They were able to get him in an ambulance and get him to Frankford, and the reports we're getting back is that he's doing better than expected. Amen? Amen? Come on, somebody say amen. So we give God praise. Now I want to let this be a lesson to everybody. When you fill out your membership forms, fill it out with your government name. Amen? I went up to the hospital to visit Brother Harrison, and I was using the name that was on the paperwork. They said, ain't nobody like that at your head at the hospital. So we thank God we're going to get up to see him this week now that we have his actual government name. Amen? Amen. Listen, we want to thank God that Sister Jamie made it through eye surgery successfully. Come on, somebody else. We know when they start playing with any part of your body, we got to go to God in prayer. Amen? So we thank God that she made it through eye surgery successfully. And we want to pray for Sister Tanya Tyson, who will be going into surgery this week to have eye surgery. Amen? Tasha. We know that God is a healer. Amen? Amen, amen, amen. And then we want to offer up a prayer for Sister Lene Bowens. She was on her way to have dinner for her birthday, and she fell and she had a break. And we want to just pray for her that God will relieve her pain, and that she'll get back to full movement as quickly as possible. Amen? Amen. So let us pray for our members. Let's pray for those that are sick and shut-in that we do know, and those that are sick and shut-in that we don't know. Amen? Amen, amen. So we want to keep them all lifted up in prayer. A couple other announcements. One, on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, October the 27th, we will have COVID testing, antibody testing, and flu shots here at the church from 4 to 7 p.m. Amen? If you've been watching the news, you know that there just last night and just yesterday and the day before, each day there were over 80,000 new identified COVID cases. Now, when we go back to our lockdown period of March, April, the average amount of cases per day was around 40,000. So let me say that again. Yesterday and the day before, over 80,000 cases. March, April, when everybody was in their house, not going anywhere, it was 40,000 cases a day. Anybody that can say that we're rounding the corner to being done with this has lost their ever-loving mind. Amen? So we've still got to be what? Prayerful and what? Careful. And we've got to make sure that we're getting tested. So I want to make sure that all of us that are here today, that Ken and Will come out and get tested. Let us spread the news and the word in our community that there will be testing here on Tuesday from 4 to 7. We want to make sure that everybody gets tested. You got to know your status because you could be asymptomatic and spread it to vulnerable populations. And we don't want that to happen. Amen? And then, too, we also have to remember that it's flu season. So everything's kind of converging at the same intersection. And so we need to make sure that we get our flu shot. Because, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. Anybody that coughs the sniffles around me, I'm just automatically assuming. Y'all not putting with me this morning, amen? Anybody that coughs the sniffles around me, I'm just automatically assuming that is the other way around. Amen? So get your flu shot. We're thanking God for the Black Doctors Consortium that's partnering with us. We thank God for Councilwoman Maria Sanchez, State Representative Jason Dawkins, and all of us that are partnering together to make sure that we have a great testing day on Tuesday from 4 to 7. We've got about 10 volunteers right now because there are a couple names that are not on the list that are going to be here to help. We need about 2 more volunteers, not to administer the tests or administer the shots, but just to kind of move traffic around. And those that have done this before will be giving instruction. So anybody here that has not signed up to be a volunteer online, please see Sister Carolyn Mosley today, give her your name, or you can send us a message on social media, and we'll make sure that you are properly prepared and ready to go. We want to be a blessing to our community. Amen? 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 Amen, amen. So we give God praise for each and every one of you. Listen, we don't want to prolong the service. I will say this and then we're going to move on. I want to encourage everybody watching and everybody in the sanctuary to continue to tithe and give your offerings. We are in the midst of ministry in a pandemic. And we want to continue to be a blessing to the community that we serve. Amen? And so we want to ask you to continue to give as the Lord has blessed you because we can't do ministry unless the house is blessed with gifts. Amen? Amen? And so we want to ask you to continue to do your part so that we can continue to do our part to lift up the name of the Lord. You'll be surprised how many churches have shut down or are in the process of shutting down, or are in critical condition as a result of this pandemic. Amen? And we don't ever want to get into that situation. We want to be able to continue to do what it is that the Lord has asked us and commanded us to do. And I will tell you this, every dollar that you give goes back into the ministry of this church. So we want to ask you to just continue to bring meat into the storehouse so that ministry can continue to go forth and those that are suffering in need can continue to be blessed by this ministry. Amen? Amen. We're going to take our offering at the end of service today because I know folks are still coming back to YouTube. I want to make sure we have everybody when we take up offering. So we're not going to take up offering right now. We'll do that at the end of service. I just want to offer a last thought, and I'll say more about it next week. Everybody, anybody needs to get to the polls and vote on November 7th. got to make change in this country, amen? And I can't stand in the pulpit and tell you who to vote for. But Jonathan, if you talk to him off the pulpit, will tell you what we need to do, amen? And even when we do that, that's not a panacea, that's not a solution. We all take part in our own miracles. And if this country is going to change, we all have to be active in the process. We all have to get busy doing something to lift somebody else up. Because I want to be honest with you, if you're waiting on government to lift us up, that's not going to happen. Amen? But there is a need for a change in messaging. There's a need in a change of priorities. Because when we know that businesses are shutting down, that people have been off of the extended welfare or unemployment rather for over 3 months now, and we know that people are in food lines that never thought they'd ever be in a food line, we can't understand how government can't come together to help the people. Amen? So we need to make sure that we do what is necessary to put the people in office that are going to put the people first. Amen? Amen? Amen, amen. Listen, like I said, we're not going to prolong the service. I'm going to ask our music ministry to come, and then we will deliver the word of the Lord. Amen.